Hello and welcome to Love and Skulls Tarot, your 3-card randomized tarot reading channel. Today we're using a mini deck of the Tarot de Marseille with artwork by Anna Maria Morsucci and Mattia Ottolini. This is a Lo Scarabeo deck. It's a cheap deck. This is not a fancy, perfect reproduction deck. It's one of my favorites. This is my travel deck that I take with me when I go somewhere, and it's one of my all-time favorite decks. It's a little bit different than the Rider-Waite system, Rider-Waite Coleman-Smith system. There you go, there's the back, kind of boring. And the Tarot de Marseille predates the Rider-Waite Coleman-Smith system by 300 years, something like that. I want to say late 16th century. Okay, so we're going into our bag of many subjects and pull out one of these suckers. And we get, oh boy, we get regrets. Y'all see how I tried to draw a silver frowny face on there? I am that lame. I regret that. Good subject for a reading. So remember, disclaimer, tarot is not meant to replace doctor, lawyer, professional, something, I don't know, something you have to be certified for, dog catcher, etc. Also, I might swear, I might talk about subjects that are more adult themes, as in current events, equality, equity, more than equality, diversity, inclusion, whatever. If that's a problem for you with your youngins, then feel free to click away. No offense taken, and hopefully none given to you. So let's shuffle towards regrets. I tried shuffling these in the air in the last video. I did a bad job, bad job. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I know people on YouTube for some reason want to see the actual shuffle, and I think that's because some channels were found to be stacking the deck with their pick-a-cards. I don't know. I figure if you find that, then maybe it's for you anyway. Because whatever you find on YouTube when you're looking for spiritual advice, hopefully your guides take you to the right place, right? Okay, so regrets. Let's pop 3 for regrets. Hang on. Whatever, doesn't matter. Remember, I don't read upside down specifically, but if I pull one out, oh geez. Well, I hate to say it, but this is a relationship that you jumped into too hastily and it did not go well. So with the Ace of Cups, sorry y'all, I just had to wipe off my glasses, they got weird there. With the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. And with these two both being frequently about emotional things, although the 8 of Wands in the Marseille system is a little less like arrows of love, maybe. This is really a successful kind of fight. So it's like you had this choice to make that was the 2 of Swords. To me, I don't really necessarily take it from a specific system, but to me it's kind of like a choice that you know but you're still making. It could also be a choice that you had to make kind of hoodwinked, like blinded, like you didn't have all the information and you made the choice. And I have to say in this case, whoopsie daisy, we did not make the right choice. One of the things actually that I love about this Ace of Cups, we always think of cups as emotion relationships, and yes it is, but also if you look at this card, with that octagonal shape, it's supposed to emulate the Holy Grail. So it can also be a more spiritual bent. But in this case, I think because for me, as much as this card with the 8 of Wands can be success, it is usually a message, something coming more swiftly. In this case, it's probably that you jumped into a relationship hastily. You didn't have all the information, and that's, you know, sometimes we don't have all the information, but you went full force ahead and it did not go well for you. It did not go well. Or you are in a situation right now. This is, if this has happened right now. Sometimes I see, for some of you guys, this is just passed by. This is like a broken situation, but it doesn't have to be a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic or friendship. It's a situation that had some kind of a spiritual, because hello, it's the Holy Grail. What did I just say? A spiritual ideal that you went ahead with even though you didn't have all the information. Or you have something coming up on the horizon rather quickly, because these are 3 cards that are relatively fast. Aces are usually pretty quick, imminent. They can be held back by other cards. They don't necessarily have, because I'm not doing all the decadence and stuff, they don't necessarily have a specific time on them, I guess, unless you're using them to tell some time. But a 2 is relatively quickly, and 2s are choices and balance, etc. But this 8 of Wands, that's a fast card. This is generally a moving forward quickly. With an ace and a 2, that's a moving forward without having all of the information. So what I'm going to say is coming through on these cards, because this could be any kind of situation. That's the beauty of the vagueness of tarot. And I would probably have to put more cards on this, which I'm not going to do because it's a 3-card randomized reading channel, to find out exactly what the situation is. But I would say it's most likely to be emotional or spiritual. This is not as likely to be a job. So it could be somebody's asking you for help on something, and you're like, well, what are we doing? And they're like, well, I'm not sure. We're going here at this time, but I don't know exactly what we're doing. And you're like, yeah, okay, I'll help you. And it turns out you went to a drug deal. I know that's a really extreme example, but you get what I'm saying. I went extreme so you'd understand what I was saying. It could be that you have a crush on somebody and you move full steam ahead, and unfortunately that person is not really worth the time. Or there's some kind of rejection, unexpected rejection, and you know what? If you get rejected by somebody on whatever means, it could be friendship, job, partnership, romance, whatever. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it's literally timing. It's not that they don't like you. It's not that they wouldn't like to, but it is timing. I would say that there is something that has to do with timing here, because get back there. I keep just poking them forward because of that 8 of Wands. So something that you're very wrapped up in, you're kind of emotional about, and you're on the fence about it. You're not sure which way to go. You don't necessarily have all the information that you need. So my advice to you would be to gather more information if you can. If you have to ask questions of a person that you're dealing with, then think about what questions might give you the best answer, like the most complete answer. If you're considering moving forward or moving in on, a crush, you might want to hold back a little bit and see a little bit more of how they are as a person. See if you can get your rose-colored glasses off for a minute and get a real look at who they are. I know with infatuation it's not always possible. We all get burned that way, but you know what I mean. If it's something like, trying to think of something that would be kind of mundane, like you're trying to decide if you want to move, and you're not sure, you're looking at 2 different places and you don't have quite enough information, but you got to move pretty quick. That's going to bite you in the ass. If you can possibly get more information, that will pay off in the long run. Whatever this situation is, you're going to need more information about it if you can possibly get it. Because if you move forward without information, it is going to be like a fizzle. It's not heartbreak. It's not, I mean, an upside down Ace of Cups is not automatic heartbreak. It's not. It's an upside down Ace of Cups. It means that your spiritual well will not be filled by this decision. Your emotional fulfillment will not come from this decision. It'll be lackluster. That's what I mean, lackluster. So it's not going to be a devastating loss, but it's going to feel like a loss. And you'll be like, oh, geez, not again. Or, oh, when is it going to be my turn? Well, it's going to be your turn when you take the time to properly look at everything. If it's a thing that needs to be researched, research it. If it's something where you just need to step back, then step back. If it's something where you have to clear off the infatuation, you can be infatuated with a situation. You can be infatuated with a person where it's not romantic. Infatuation is kind of almost a besotted, but not necessarily romantic. If you can clear that out of the picture so you can see it rationally and take this blinder off, then you will have much better luck. Yeah, I guess that's it. And thus concludes your 3-card randomized reading. Thank you for choosing Love and Skulls Tarot.